All right, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. Happy to have you here. What we're going to work here on is how to make this A on this. And this is the first time I'm actually going to be doing this. So what I'm doing here is I'm going up here to click on where it says Start 2D Sketch. And when I clicked on it, it brought up these planes. And you can click on any plane. I, by default, almost always choose the XY plane. From here, now there might be better ways to do this, but I'm just doing this as I think about it. I'm going to grab that, drag that down, and now I'm going to start to dimension this. So I know, as I saw this, that this box wasn't very big. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom it out a little bit so I can see it after I get in on it. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes tall. So I'm just going to do one box equals an inch. Seeing how we're starting off. And as you can see, then it zoomed out. So there I've got it being 6 inches. Now across it's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes across. So I'm going to simply just click on it and bring it up. And now I've dimensioned to be 4 across. I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. Again, I'm going to zoom out so I can see it here. And now I'm going to try to extrude it. Well, I'm going to go up here and hit the Extrude button. And it's set for 1 inch by default. I'm going to go over here and change that to 2 inches. All right, having said that now, I click OK. Now what I've got is the overall box that the A is going to fit in. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to, it doesn't matter what mode you're in here, I'm going to go up here to Start 2D Sketch. I'm going to tell I want to put a sketch right here on this front face. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the insides of this before I do the outsides of it, because it's a little bit easier to dimension from, I'm guessing. So I'm going to start off here with putting a line, and I'm going to basically outline the bottom part of this A. Now, by no means do I think they're in the right spot. That looks good, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily in the right spot. So now I'm going to dimension it to make sure it is correct. This bottom comes over an inch, and this bottom comes over an inch. So I'm going to go to the point. Notice that there's this little green point right there. I'm going to come over to this corner, and that's what I'm going to dimension from. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go to this little green point, and then this little green point over here. And I was close, but I wasn't perfect. Now we are. Now, this one here in the middle, if I want to come over, I know that this is over 1, and that looks to me like it's not quite half. We are guesstimating here a little bit. I'm going to say that's about 1 1/4 over. All right. You might say 1.3, but again, I'm going to go from this edge over to that point, that green dot right there. And I'm going to make mine, oh, what the heck, I'll make mine 1.3. Sometimes you just kind of make it up as you go along the best you can. Especially when they don't give you any dimensions. Now, this looks really good, but there's something missing. I don't know how high up to go. So from the bottom of this is up 2 blocks. 1, 2. So now I'm going to dimension from the bottom to that up 2 blocks. From here now, I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. And I'm going to go to Extrude. And it, by default, automatically picks the last one I did. I'm going to tell it to go the other way. And again, that's all I did is clicked on this flip button there. And now it ate out that middle. So now I'm going to do this part right here. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch here again. And there's probably other shapes that you could maybe put in there. You know, so what do they have here? There's lots of maybe something in there, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to do it with a line again. So I know that I'm going to be a little bit higher than the one above me. Again, I'm just trying to get a general shape of what I want it to be. Now, so it's kind of the same thing there, but I got to dimension it again. It's going to go up one box. So I'm going to go from here to there. I'm going to make that 1. Then I'm going to do these corners here again. All right. Well, over here now, I'm going to say it goes over 1.5. So here's 1. I'm going to say half. So I'm going to go from here to that green dot, 1.5. And then over here, 1.5. Now, so I've locked these bottom parts of this in place. Now I've got to lock these top ones in place. And if I go over here now, this is the midpoint 2, so it's just a little bit less than 2. We are guesstimating. I'm going to make it like 1.8. And again, I'm going to the dots. I'm not clicking on the line, I'm clicking on the dots. Again, it's 1 box from the top. Oh, always hit cancel when it brings this up here when it wants you. Do you want to add a driven dimension? No. Bad. Okay, I didn't get what I want here, so I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go back to dimension. When you hit escape, it takes you out of that. I don't know, I'll call it a sub-program. I'm not a computer guy. We'll leave it at that. So I've made that 1 inch up top here. I'm going to hit finish sketch. I'm going to extrude. Again, it defaults to the one I just chose. I'll tell it to go the other way. And now I've got the inside of the A done. Now all I'm going to do is put lines. So I'm going to hit start 2D sketch here. And I'm going to use my line feature. I'm going to go from these corners. Green dot tells me I'm locked in that corner. There I'm up there at the top, green dot. Now they're not perfect. I guarantee they're not perfect. Oh, what did I forget to do? I forgot to dimension them. So let's go back into the sketch. This goes in 1 and this one goes in 1. So from dot to dot, that's 1. I'm going to show you a neat little feature here. That's 1 already. If I click on it, it's going to make that one 1. Just because I told it to make this dimension the same as that dimension. Now I'm going to go to extrude. It's wanting me to select profiles. Uh-oh, we have a slight problem. It's not allowing me to pick this outer edge here. So I'm going to hit cancel. I'm going to go back into my sketch. I'm going to go to project geometry, which is cut edges. I'm going to try this first. If this doesn't work, we're going to show you a new thing here, a new thing called closing the loop. All right, so I'm going over here. Okay, notice how it turned green? It's going to allow me to choose those categories. I'm going to tell it to go the other way. And there's my A. All right. Well, hey, I hope that was informational for you. I'll catch you on the flip side.